Good morning, students. Today we'll be taking next chapter, that is chapter number 7, requirement engineering process. So in this chapter, requirement engineering process, we'll be studying the introduction to the chapter. So the goal of requirement engineering process is to create and maintain requirements document. So the point number 1, the goal of requirements engineering process is to create and maintain a requirements document. So in the previous chapter we have studied software requirement document. So this software requirement document is created in the requirement engineering process. Point number 2, the overall process includes 4 high-level requirement engineering sub-processes. So this requirement engineering process has 4 sub-processes. They are 1. Feasibility study, 2. Elicitation, 3. Specification, and 4th, validation. We'll study each of these sub-processes and what they do. So 1. Feasibility study. It is concerned with assessing whether the system is useful to the business. So this feasibility study tells us about whether this system is going to be useful to the organization or no. So feasibility study can be carried out in number of aspects, that is technical feasibility, social feasibility, operational feasibility, and all this. So this feasibility study is an independent topic that we will study later. 2. Elicitation and analysis. This second sub-process, it is concerned with discovering requirements. So in this sub-process, we try and understand what are the requirements for this system. So we collect a lot of information in this sub-process and analyze it. 3. Specification. It is concerned with converting all the requirement into standard form. So whatever information you have collected, whatever requirements you have identified, those should be written correctly or specified correctly. 4th, validation. It is concerned with checking that requirements actually define that customer wants. So in this validation phase, we check. So whatever requirements we have identified, whether they meet the customer's expectation or no. So these 4 sub-processes, that is feasibility study, elicitation and analysis, specification, validation, contribute to requirement engineering process. So in the diagram that we see now, the requirement engineering process is clearly shown. This diagram also shows the 4 sub-processes, that is feasibility study, 2. requirement elicitation and analysis, 3. requirement specification, 4th, requirement validation. And you can find that each sub-process comes out with a document. For example, feasibility study comes out with feasibility report. Requirements elicitation analysis comes out with a system models. Those will be useful. The requirement specification part comes out with the user and system requirements, and the requirements validation part along with the system models and user system requirements comes out with a requirement document. So the given figure illustrates the relationship between the sub processes. It also shows that the documents are produced at each stage of the requirement engineering process. So in the previous diagram, we have seen that every sub process comes out with a document which will give us more information. The activities shown in the figure are concerned with discovery, that is elicitation and analysis, documentation, this part is covered in the requirements specification, and checking the requirement, this part is covered in the validation process. In virtually all the system, however, requirements change because any organization is dynamic in nature. Things continue to change with time. Point number 2. The people involved develop a better understanding of what they want in the software to do. So as time passes, people get more information, knowledge, or they become more aware about what they expect from the software. Point number 3. The organization buying the system changes. Yes, as the time passes, you know that there will be many changes in the organization. So this may affect a management decision. 4th, modifications are made to the system's hardware, software, and organization's environment. Yes, this is also true because as the time passes, the organization may add new hardware or even the software, or even the organization structure may change. 5th, the process of managing these changes requirement is called requirement management. So as things continue to change, everything is dynamic in nature, one should be able to manage this changing requirement. So this part is taken care by requirements management. Requirements management is nothing but the process of managing the changing requirements. The topics that we will be covering in this chapter are 1. Feasibility studies, 2. Requirement elicitation and analysis, 3rd. Requirements validation, and 4th. Requirements management. So students, today in the introductory part we have tried to know what is requirement engineering process and what are the sub processes, what is their importance in engineering process. We will stop today here and cover the next topic in the next session. Thank you.